Okay, again, this is another type of problem you are guaranteed to get on this test. I saw so many problems just like this, okay? So here, when we are adding or subtracting fractions, we must have the same denominator. And so when I'm looking here and it's asking to give me the answer in its lowest terms, what that tells me is I can go about this problem in two different ways. So I'm going to go about it the easier way first, and then, well, the easier but longer way. And then do it again the slightly harder but shorter way. I like the second way better, but it's all up to you. Okay, so here, let's go ahead. We need to have the same denominator for all three fractions. Oh, she's grabbed. So what that means is I need to find my common multiple, The easiest way to do this is to just take all three numbers and multiply them together. That is a common multiple. So when I do that, I get 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 3 gives me 72, okay? And then what I need to do is I need to make sure that all of these bases is actually 72. But I don't want to change what the number, the fraction is itself. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom, numerator and denominator, by the same number to get to 72 on the bottom. So here, when I'm looking at this 3, what I need to multiply 3 with to get to 72 is I need to multiply it by the other two numbers, 4 and 6. So that would be, I'm multiplying 24 top and bottom. Okay, well, what do I need to multiply 1/6 by to get 72 in the denominator? I need to multiply by 3 and 4, which is 12. Top and bottom. And then again, what do I need to multiply 4 by to get it to 72? Well, I need to multiply by 3 and 6, which is 18. And so then here I get 18 over 72. Here I get 48 over 72. Here I get 12 over 72. And don't forget your operations. Now I have the same denominator for all three fractions. I can combine all of my numerators. 48 plus 12 gives me 60. When you add and subtract the numerators, you leave the denominators the same. That's why they all have to be the same. And then from that, we have our 18 over 72. And then I combine those two as well. 60 minus 18 gives me 42 over 72. The last thing we have to do is we need to express this in lowest terms, which is why I don't really like this method as much. But here, 42 and 72, I can divide both of those by 2. So 42 divided by 2 gives me 21. 72 divided by 2 gives me 36. Now, when I look at both of those numbers, I know that they're both divisible by 3. So that would give me a 7 on top, and that would give me a 10, 12 on bottom. Now, I know that 7 is a prime number, so that is going to be my simplified answer. Okay, so that is in lowest terms. I should put it in this color, lowest terms. Okay, so let's look at a different way to do it. Instead of just finding a common multiple, let's find the LCM, which is the least common multiple. So the smallest number that 3, 6, and 4 all divide into. And what we do here is, so if I have 3, 6 is 3 times 2, and 4, which is 2 times 2, what I want to do is I want to take, so I'm going to need a 3 in my answer. I've got a 3 here. I'm going to need a 2 in my answer. I've got one here, but I'm going to need a second 2 in my answer. So the least common multiple for these, 3 times 2 times 2, is 12. 12 divisible by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 6 is 2. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, so that's what I need to do here when I've got 2/3 plus 1/6 minus 1/4. Again, I'm kind of going to go through the exact same method as before. Here, I'm going to multiply it by 4, top and bottom. Here, I'm going to multiply it by 2, top and bottom. Here, I'm going to multiply it by 3, top and bottom. So here, that's going to give me 8/12 plus 2/12 minus 3/12. And then we go back through the exact same method that we did before. 8 plus 2 is 10, minus 3 is 7, and we keep the denominator. So you can see I get the exact same answer in the end as I got over here. The only difference is the numbers are a little bit easier to work with at this stage, and we don't have to simplify at the end. So you never know, hey, is there another factor to simplify? So that's why I like this one, is trying to find the least common multiple. And actually, before I end this video, I'm going to take a second and I'm going to more methodically show you how to find the LCM. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so remember we worked on this a little bit, and remember you guys hated it because I'm sorry, it's terrible. So if we've got 3, 4, and 6, we want to break it down into its prime factors. Okay, so break it down into its prime factors. And remember, a prime number is only divisible by 1 and itself. So then what we want to do is we want to, from each one of them, we want to choose the parts. So in my LCM, I need a 3 and a 1. So in my LCM, I'm going to need 2 2s. I already have the 1, so I don't need to worry about that. We'll multiply by 2 twice. And then when I'm looking at this last one, I can actually see, well, I need a 3. I've already got a 3. I need a 2. I've already got 1, 2. And I need a 1, but I've already got that 1, 2. So I don't need to add any more from this last term, all right? So then when you multiply them together, 2 times 2, 4 times 3, 12 is my LCM. It sucks. You just have to kind of practice and then get better. Anyways, that's it. That's the end of today. I got things to do, so I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. I miss you. You're wonderful. Keep being wonderful.